There's no question I got a lot of acne, but the most commonly asked fucking question I receive is how do you cover that shit up? How do you make it look like you have none at all and no texture? I'm gonna show you how I cover it up with no texture, no flaws at all. You need 3 products and I'm gonna show you what they are. Start with a sticky serum to fill in your pores. I like either the ordinary hyaluronic acid or the Exuviance Radiance Serum. From there, you need to prep the surface of the skin. Apply a sticky primer. I like Milk Hydro Grip or the ordinary High Adherence Primer. And finally, you need a pot concealer. It has to be a pot concealer, not a liquid. Pot concealers allow you to create sort of a spackle on the face that hides the texture and covers the acne, and it dries down. If you don't use all 3 products in the right sequence, it will not work. First, apply the serum, apply the sticky primer. Now take the pot concealer and cover all the acne. Now let it sit for 2 minutes. Do not blend it. Right over with foundation. Sorry, did you say acne? Yeah, we don't know her.
I woke up with this pimple on my nose, so I'm going to show you how to cover it. First step is icing. So grab yourself an ice cube or one of these fancy ones. This one kind of looks like a boob. It's cool. You want to hold it on the blemish for at least a couple minutes. Your skin will be a little bit pink after icing, but that's okay because we can cover color but not texture. Prep your skin, grab your favorite foundation, and apply a light layer all over. These are some of my favorite concealers for blemishes. Make sure you only apply a thin layer, and I'm going to let this sit for about 3 minutes. So you're not going to pull or tug. You are simply tapping pretty gently. Right on the blemish and then kind of like tapering it off around it so that way the concealer blends out. You're going to repeat this process in small layers until you don't see a blemish anymore. You're going to set directly on the blemishes with a powder and the lower puff. This is very important. You can always finish it off with a little bit of setting spray and a blurring powder or a powder foundation for more coverage, but remember, less is more and everybody has skin texture. Thanks for watching. Click like and follow for more.
Do you want to overline your lips while getting them to look the most natural as you possibly can? Let me show you how to do it. So the best and easiest way to do this is by lining your vermilion border. In non-technical terms, it's the white line just above your lips. This is going to give you the most natural shape for your mouth and give you the best plump effect without looking too fake. So to start off, start with an X on your Cupid's bow. After that, with your pencil, you're going to drag the line straight down. Now, the most important thing is only overlining the center of your lips. You still want to connect your natural outer lip to your inner lip. So you don't want to overline that because that's where it's going to look fake. Then you do the exact same thing on the bottom lip, fill it in with a lip liner, and then after this, go in with your favorite lipstick. And then after this, you can go in with your favorite gloss if you want. And there you go. That's the best way to get the most natural looking overdrawn lips.
Not everyone is given a 4-head. I was born with a 5-head. If I want to fill in my hairline to make my forehead look a little bit smaller, I do that with just some eyeshadow, or this is a special product called a Root Touch-Up Powder. You can just get it from the pharmacy. And as you can see, I now have a more forehead-sized forehead, and it makes my hairline look thicker. So, good tip.
Running faster and faster. I don't know what we're after, yeah. We keep up with disaster. I'm thinking that they're out.
So yesterday I posted this video showing some terrible separation around my eye and nose area. And it turns out a lot of people are struggling with this. And it tends to happen with really dry, really oily, or some sort of combination skin. So let's figure that shit out together. Step 1, prep the areas that need it most. I'm using Clinique Moisture Surge. Whether you're dry or oily, you need hydration in the areas that tend to separate. I'm placing this where my foundation may break up, so under my eyes, on my nose, and I do my chin. This hydrates dry skin, but also controls oil. Here's the biggest thing. If you can, make sure your moisturizer primer combo and your foundation are the same base. In other words, if you're using a silicone primer, use a silicone foundation. If you use a water-based foundation, use a water-based primer. Makeup sometimes doesn't say silicone straight on the ingredients. It might say stuff like this, If it says those things, look for foundation that says the same thing. If you mix water and silicone, you're likely to get separation. Go to part 2.
I feel like doing a pink eyeliner today, and I wanted to start out just by creating a stencil with a pencil eyeliner. As you can see, it's a lot easier to fix up. The pink I used was a liquid one, so it's a little bit more difficult. I prefer to put pencil on first, so it's a lot easier to just trace it and get the look. And I added glitter on top and some lashes, and I put sparkles on my natural lower lashes too. It looks really cute, right? What do you think? Makeup doesn't have to be complicated to look really pretty. I love simple looks like this. Take the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Caramel and blend it through the socket and under the eye. Then find the most unique, pretty eyeshadow in your collection. I love this one from Natasha Denona called Burnt Terracotta. As you can see, it's got some green, gold, and orange in there, so it's really interesting, even with one single swipe to the eye. And that's such a simple eye look. All I did was add some false lashes and a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes, and that's it.
Do you find that your mascara isn't giving you exactly what you want? Let me show you how to help. This technique will help give you the most voluminous, full-looking lashes out there. It will take some practice and patience, but once you get the hang of it, trust me, it's life-changing. For this, I'm using one of my favorite mascaras, which is the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes. So instead of doing what you typically do, which is going in at the root, jiggling, and then go out, you're actually going to backcomb the lashes downwards towards the root of the lash. And then after you've done that, you're going to jiggle the wand and then go upwards and out. And this is the final result. On this side, I just did mascara as I usually would. And on this side, I did the technique I just showed you. As you can see, the lashes on this side, it's much thicker looking at the root, and it's also much blacker. So give this a go and tell me how you feel.
What's poppin'? Welcome to another episode of an eyeshadow tutorial for people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. We're gonna take it nice and slow. Let's get started. Right off the bat, eyeshadow primer. I don't care who you are, I don't care where you're from, you need it. I highly recommend P. Louise. It prevents fallout, gives ultimate pigment. You need it. I use shade 0.5 for reference. To apply it, I tap it on my eyelids with my fingers to start, and I tap it in with my beauty sponge. You want it to coat the entire eyelid. You want to be able to see it. P. Louise is not meant to be set, so don't set it. We're going to do a smoky eye with a hint of yellow. I'm using the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2. Starting with this coffee bean shade. I'm using a flat packing brush. This is a P. Louise 126. And I'm starting by just packing that color into my crease. You can let it be messy. You just want to saturate that color as much as you can. Taking a P. Louise 118 small blending brush. Go to part 2.